Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another video. It's a little chilly here in the studio today, and I've got my cozy rainy day thing wallpaper to match the mood of this cool October fall day up here in Canada. I've got a quick but hopefully fun video for you today. That's right, we're talking about a desk mat. And I know what you're thinking. It's a desk mat. It sits on your desk. Don't worry, this isn't going to be one of those 20-minute long videos that bores the heck out of you, but hopefully I can make this at least a little entertaining. I'm pretty sure this is going to be way less than 20 minutes. Thomas from the editing future here turned out to be about 12 minutes, less than 20 minutes, baby. I knew it. Anyway, a company called Journey recently reached out to me and kindly offered to send over their desk mat, and I said, what? A desk mat? Well, it just so happens that this desk mat is a wireless charging desk mat. Journey calls this the Alti, and this particular version is their slim model. First, if you haven't heard of Journey, they're a company that I believe are originally based out of Australia. At least that's currently where their designs are from. However, they've gotten more global and they now source their materials from Europe and have fulfillment centers in California, the UK, and in Vancouver, British Columbia. Journey's philosophy is quite simple. Find solutions through technology using simple designs. Their products are designed for both the outdoors and indoors. They offer a variety of products from phone cases, MagSafe wallets, and laptop sleeves. Now, Journey states on their website that they have a commitment to quality, use only high-quality materials, and are environmentally responsible. This is good. And just to get this out of the way, no, this video is not sponsored. Journey hasn't told me what to say about any of this, so as usual, if I don't like it, I'm gonna let you know. Before we go any further here, if you don't already own a desk mat, you might be wondering, why should I use one? Though a desk mat might be a simple, small thing, in my opinion, it can have a big effect on the look and feel of your desk. A desk mat has the ability to visually divide your workspace, double as a mouse pad, and of course, protect your desk from spills, scratches, and whatever else you might be doing on your desk. Now, if you're new here, first of all, welcome. My name is Thomas, and I'm a software engineer by day, and I do this content creation thing by night. Ever since I had the privilege of working from home full time, I started to take my desk setup and my working space a lot more seriously. And in my experience so far, it's not a wise idea to underestimate the importance of a good desk mat. So included in the box is a nice little welcome note from Journey, the user manual, one USB-C cable, the desk mat itself, and of course, the charging pad attachment. The desk mat itself is made of felt and vegan leather, which is sourced from Europe. After moving my current mat out of the way and putting this on the desk, I immediately liked how it looked. I don't normally use a slim mat, but this one looked great and I liked how it showed a bit more of the walnut finish of my desk. My initial impression of this thing was that the top layer was a bit thin. My current daily driver as far as desk mats go is the Orbit Key desk mat, and that one is both larger and thicker. The Alti immediately laid down flat, and it didn't have that annoying fresh out of the box curve to it, which was really nice, so I didn't have to put weights on it to flatten it out. The Orbit Key, for example, took quite a while to flatten out, as well as most other desk mats that I've used. Now there's really two main features to the Alti, the Hideaway Feature and of course the charging capabilities. First of all, the Hideaway Feature is something that I do use on my Orbit Key. Specifically for my day job as a software engineer, I take analog notes and it's nice that this Alti also has the feature. In fact, comparing this to the Orbit Key, it looks and feels pretty similar as both mats are made of vegan leather on top and the wool felt material at the bottom. There's not much more to say on this. Either you're going to use this feature or you won't. The main feature, of course, is the charging pad attachment. Now, this one attaches via a magnetic design and is separate from the desk mat itself. The detachable mechanism allows for what Journey calls a reversible feature and design, as you can place the charging pad on either side of the mat, so you can choose where you want to charge your devices. That's a nice touch, although I would argue that that's more design than feature. It's really just a byproduct of the charging pad being magnetic on both sides. Rotating the mat around is rotating the mat around. That's not really a feature. So calling this a feature and trying to sell that to customers feels like it's reaching out just a bit too far, at least to me. The charging pad attachment has room to charge a set of AirPods and any phone that uses the Qi charging standard. For those not familiar, the Qi charging standard was initially created in 2008, but it did take a few years for phone manufacturers to begin adapting it and including it in their devices. Luckily, as of the making of this video, it's safe to say that most new phones support the Qi standard. This includes the iPhone 12 and later models, the Nexus 5 and later models, the Pixel 3 and later models, and the Galaxy S6 and later models. As far as AirPods, it's effectively all AirPods beyond the first and second generations, though the second generation of AirPods also had the option to have the wireless charging case, which also works with the Alti. The MagSafe portion of the charging pad supports up to a maximum of 15 watts of power, which is comparable to the Apple MagSafe charger, and a maximum of 5 watts of charging power for the AirPods. While the desk mat has the wireless charger, there's obviously still a cable involved. The charging pad gets its power through USB-C, so you'll need a connection available for that. While that sounds obvious, it's always good to think about how you would use something like this. For my part, I use the CalDigit TS4 dock, and I have it close by and ready to go for when I need to connect things like this. If you're gonna rely on your PC, for example, you may need to adjust accordingly depending on your setup. This means, for example, that you may need to put the charging pad on your PC side so the reversible design of the Alti no longer becomes applicable to you. Another thing to consider is the USB-C cable itself. Normally, it's easy to hide cables as most things are near the back of your setup, but since this is a desk mat, you kind of now have this cable just dangling from the top of the desk mat. Because I use a desk shelf and the dock is nearby, it's not much of an issue for me, but I do recognize that this can be an issue for some people. So it's just something else to keep in mind if you don't like seeing cables on your desk. Related to that point, I do wish that the Alti at least came with a slightly nicer looking braided cable, since it has to be visible on the desk, but I do understand that cable flexibility is also important here, since you may need to cable manage this a bit to look nice. Alright, so at the end of the day, yes, a desk mat is a desk mat. It's a thing that sits on your desk. Personally, I like using them. I think visually they make your desk look better, and they give a nice visual divide between your monitor and your input peripherals. The Alti feels nice. It's water resistant, stain resistant, and even sweaty fingerprint marks don't really linger, which is good, because nobody likes lingering, sweaty fingerprint marks. What obviously makes this unique is the wireless charging capabilities. It's convenient, especially if you don't have another charging solution available nearby. Being able to charge both your phone and your AirPods without the need for an extra stand on your desk can keep things a lot cleaner. Now, the Alti currently retails for $130 Canadian, which does sound a bit steep for a desk mat. Forgetting about the reversible design and the Hideaway feature for a moment, the Alti's charging pad alone, in my opinion, kind of gives it a reason to cost $130. I mean, if you really think about it, Apple currently retails its MagSafe charger, at least up here in Canada, for about $55. And you're getting that on the Alti, as well as the charger for the AirPods. Factoring in also the vegan leather and the high quality materials that this uses, you kind of have a more expensive desk mat. Ultimately, I'm gonna recommend the Alti in this way. If you currently have a wireless chargeable phone and a later generation of AirPods that's able to be charged wirelessly as well, and you also want the convenience of being able to charge your phone and your AirPods at the same time right beside you, then the Alti is at least something you may consider buying. As far as all the reviews that I've read so far on this, people do seem to like it, and now, so do I. The materials are nice, the design is sleek, and apart from the visible cable, at least for me, there's not really much to dislike here. However, if you don't already own a wireless chargeable phone, and you don't have a later generation of AirPods, then no, I would recommend steering clear of this. Obviously, you won't be able to take advantage of the Alti and use all of its features, and at that point, you're just wasting your money. So I would definitely consider many of the other desk mat options out there. That's about all I have for this one, guys. Shout out again to Journey for sending out the Alti. If you like this video, please remember to hit that like button, and please consider subscribing and hitting that bell icon so you know when I release new videos. Doing both of those things really helps me out in growing this channel. If you're interested in following more regular updates from me, you can find me over on Instagram and Twitter/X at 2byThomas. I've got more tech, desk setup, and gaming content planned as usual, so please stay tuned for that. As always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.